Good morning, friends. So in the previous lecture, we have seen what are atoms, what are molecules, how to name the chemical compounds, what are valencies, the giving, taking or sharing of electrons. So how the chemical reactions take place and give rise to compounds. So it is known now very well, the law of conservation of mass, that the mass of the reactants and products always remain the same, and also elements react in a constant proportion, the law of constant proportion. So what compounds are now formed? How metals react with non-metals by the give and take of electrons, how non-metals will share the electrons. So we have understood in detail atoms and molecules. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss the mass of the molecule. So like I told you before, if you remember, when we take compounds or elements for reactions, we used to measure their mass in grams, and then we shifted to atomic mass. So now we are going to calculate the molecular mass based on the units of the atomic mass. So what is the molecular mass of a substance? So take any molecule, let us say the molecule taken here is H2O, water. Now we have to calculate the molecular mass of this molecule. What is the mass of this molecule? The definition says the molecular mass of a substance is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in a molecule. So if you know the mass of the atom, okay, that is given here for reference. If we know the mass of the atom, then adding the mass of the atoms in the molecule will get the molecular mass. So first let us see water. What is the molecular mass of water? So what is water made up of? Two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So the molecular mass should be 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen plus, this is 1. So 1 into, getting short from atomic mass of oxygen. So 2. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? Is 1 unit. So 2 into 1 plus, what is the atomic mass of oxygen? Is 16. So into 16, you get 2 ones are 2 plus 16 ones are 16. So it is 18 atomic mass unit. The molecular mass of water is 18 atomic mass unit. Calculating the mass of HNO3, that is nitric acid. So molecular mass of HNO3 contains one hydrogen, so 1 into atomic mass of hydrogen plus 1 nitrogen, so 1 into atomic mass of nitrogen plus 3 oxygen, so plus 3 into atomic mass of oxygen. So we have 1 into atomic mass of hydrogen, so 1 plus 1 into atomic mass of nitrogen is 14 plus 3 into atomic mass of oxygen, that is 16. You get 1 ones are 1, 14 ones are 14 and 16 threes are 48. So 48 plus 14, 62 plus 1, 63. So 63 AMU is the molecular mass of HNO3. So this is how we look to molecular mass. Okay. So to calculate the molecular mass, we should know the atomic mass of the atoms. So molecular mass you can see is the relative mass of a molecule expressed in terms of atomic mass units called AMU, or now you can just write U units. Now, after atomic mass, molecular mass, we are going to see formula unit mass. Now, what is the difference between the two? We saw molecular mass, now we will see formula unit mass. Let us see what is the difference. The formula unit mass of a substance is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in the formula unit of a compound. Now, we cannot understand the difference, so let me try to tell you what the difference is. Okay, the difference is here they have given a compound called sodium chloride. Now, let us talk of any molecule. Molecule in the sense which are formed of different compounds. For example, CO2. So, carbon and oxygen form CO2. So, in the CO2 gas, every molecule has got CO2 is a separate molecule, so you can find the atomic mass of CO2. Sodium chloride is also a molecule, but if you look at the structure of sodium chloride, it is something like this. Na is attached to chlorine on 6 sides. I have drawn 4, one in the front and one at the back. 6 Cl. Now this Cl is also attached to 6 sodium, like this. And this is also attached to the sodium, and this sodium here. So this atomic, the structure of NaCl is a very big structure. So we cannot find the mass of the whole structure. To find the molecular mass, so what we have taken, we have just taken one unit of this molecule. So one unit of the structure is what we call a unit mass. So you will learn later that NaCl has got a composite structure. But one unit of the structure, see all are NaCl. You can see all their form is NaCl, NaCl, it's a big structure. So one unit is NaCl. So that is why we call it a formula unit mass. It's the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in the formula unit. So you have to only take one unit. The compound may be big, but you have to only take one unit. Okay, and we say this word formula unit for substances or constituents, particles and ions. You remember Na was plus, Na plus ion, Cl minus ion. So this NaCl is what we have unit mass. So now it becomes very simple. So molecular unit mass, you should write it. Unit mass of NaCl is equal to 1 into atomic mass of Na plus 1 into atomic mass of Cl. That is 1 into 23 plus 1 into 35.5. So 23 plus 35.5 equal to 58.5 units. 58.5 units is the atomic mass, molecular mass of NaCl. Now, we are going to introduce a new concept called mole concept. Mole concept. Now, what is this mole concept? Mole concept. Look at this equation first. Now see why we have written H2 here. Do you remember H2? Hydrogen doesn't exist independently in nature. It is always found as H2. And we got O2. H2 and O2 will give us H2O. but this is not balanced. How? H2, yes, and O2. Now let me write here H2 plus O2 gives H2O. You can see there are two oxygen here and there is only one oxygen here. So we make it two molecules. So now two oxygen, O2 will form two molecules of H2O. But now the hydrogen has become 2 2s are 4. 2 times H2 is 4. So I've got to put a 2 here. So 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, 2 oxygen, balance. Now what does this indicate? Two molecules of hydrogen. See, this is showing two. Two molecules of hydrogen combined with one molecule of oxygen to give two molecules of water. And you can also check hydrogen's atomic mass 1. So H2 will have atomic mass 2. 2 2s are 4. So 4 units of hydrogen. Oxygen atomic mass 16. So there are two atoms, so 16 to the 32. 32U will give us 4 plus 32 is 36 units. Let us check. Oxygen 2, so 32. H2O is 18, so 18 2s are 36. Will give 36 unit of water molecules. What you can say here? We can say that the quantity of the above substance can be characterized by its mass or by the number of molecules. See this. Here we did by the mass. 4 units of hydrogen plus 32 unit oxygen atomic unit gives us 36 units of water molecules. So here we meant with the unit of mass, atomic mass unit. But now we can also go by the number of molecules. How? Two molecules of hydrogen, 2, reacts with one molecule of oxygen to give us two molecules of water, the number of molecules. But a chemical reaction indicates directly the number of atoms or molecules taking part in a reaction. Okay? So, it will be convenient to refer the quantity of the substance by the number of its molecules or atoms. We are now going to go by the number instead of the mass. So, for the number, the unit of mole was introduced. Now, what is 1 mole? 1 mole of any species. It can be atoms, molecules, ions or particles, whatever. 1 mole is the quantity number having mass equal to its atomic or molecular mass in grams. Okay. Let us try to understand. Hydrogen has got atomic mass 1 AMU. Hydrogen has got atomic mass 1 AMU. So when you take this molecular mass or atomic mass in grams, you will get a mole. Means if I take 1 gram of oxygen, 1 gram of hydrogen, it will have 1 mole atoms. Atomic mass of oxygen. What is atomic mass of oxygen? 16 AMU. That is atomic mass of oxygen. So if I take 16 grams of oxygen, I will have 1 mole of oxygen atoms. The number will become 1 mole. We saw nitrogen. Nitrogen has the atomic mass 14 AMU. So if I take 14 gram of nitrogen, the number of atoms will be 1 mole. This is 1 mole is the number of atoms when we take the atomic mass or molecular mass in grams. So when you change the atomic mass into grams, the number of atoms or molecules become 1 mole. Not clear? Wait, this will make it clear. Now, like I said, when I say 1 mole, number of particles, which are atoms, molecules or ions, in 1 mole has a fixed value, this. So, 1 mole of anything, 1 mole of anything is how much? 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 means when I say 1 mole oxygen atoms. When I say 1 mole oxygen atom, it means 6.022 atoms. This many atoms means 1 mole. So what is 1 mole of anything? Is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. This much number makes 1 mole. This is called Avogadro number, and 0 or a Avogadro constant, the name of the scientist Emilio Avogadro. He was the one to give this number, that when you say 1 mole, it means this number. So if you got 1 mole of atoms, like I told you, 1 mole oxygen atoms means this many oxygen atoms. But if you say 1 mole of molecules, then you will have this many molecules. So 1 mole is this number. Just remember, 1 mole is this number. Now how to get 1 mole, that we saw in the previous slide. To get 1 mole of atom of the element, we have to convert the U to G. So molar mass of atoms is now known as gram atomic mass. I give you the example, but let's do it again. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? 1 unit. So because this is 1 unit, the molar mass of hydrogen is 1 gram per mole. So atomic mass is 1 unit. Now when you take this many hydrogen atoms, this many 1 mole, the mass will become 1 gram. So atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 unit. So if you take 1 gram, now 1 atomic mass, let me write here. If you look for hydrogen, 1 atomic mass will have how much? 1 atom. 1 U will have 1 atom. But 1 gram, if you make it G, it will have 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. So 1 unit has 1 atom, but 1 gram has this many atoms. So 1 gram of hydrogen will have 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. But instead of 1 gram, you take 3 grams hydrogen, and the number becomes 3 times. So in 3 grams of hydrogen, there will be 3 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of hydrogen. Okay, that was the 3 gram of hydrogen atom. But hydrogen always exists as the molecule H2. Now see the difference. Understand the difference. What difference is it saying? When I took a hydrogen atom, it was 1 unit. But hydrogen molecule is H2. So when I take 1 gram of hydrogen, it will have 6022 to 23 atoms. But when I take 1 gram of H2, it becomes actually 2 gram. 1 gram of H2 will have 6.022 to 10 to 23 molecules. So when I say atoms, the number becomes atoms. When I say molecule, the number becomes molecule. We'll try out a few numericals to understand the concept. Okay. Now let us try to understand this concept in detail. Let us see again. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16 units. So 1 atom of oxygen has mass 16 units. So molar mass of oxygen is 16 gram per mole. Means when you take 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms, it makes 1 mole, and these atoms together will have the mass of 16 grams. So 16 gram of oxygen will contain this many atoms of oxygen. But a molecule of oxygen has got 2 atoms, O2. It contains 2 atoms of oxygen. So what is the molar mass of O2? Molar mass of O2 is mass of oxygen into 2. So you see here, atomic mass of oxygen is 16 units, but molecular mass of oxygen is 32 units. How many units? 32 grams, 32 units. So what is the atomic mass of oxygen? Atomic mass of oxygen is 16 atom, but the molecule has got 2 atoms. So the atomic mass of the molecule will be 32 units. 32 units. So if I take 16 grams, I get this many atoms. When I take 32 grams, I get the same number but molecules. Are you following this? So oxygen as an atom has got mass 16 units, and oxygen as a molecule has got mass 32 units. Okay, so if I take 1 mole of oxygen atom, if I take 16 gram, this is 16 units. So if I take 16 gram, I will get 1 mole of oxygen atoms. Atoms. But if I take 32 gram, I will get 1 mole of oxygen molecules. How much is 1 mole? 1 mole is the same number again and again. So in 16 grams, there are 1 mole oxygen atoms, means this amount of oxygen atoms. In 32 grams, there are this number of molecules. This number of molecules. But every molecule has got 2 atoms. So 32 grams will have 2 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. So this is very important what you are considering. If you take 32 grams, you get this many molecules. But this many molecules, now every molecule has got 2 atoms. So every molecule has got 2 atoms. So if there are this many molecules, how many atoms will be there? 2 into this many times atoms will be. Now atomic mass of sulfur is 32 units. So the molar mass, means the mass of 1 mole will be 32 gram. 32 gram of sulfur will have this many atoms of sulfur. But the molecule of sulfur is S8, and every molecule has got 8 atoms. So the molar mass of the S8, now the molecule will be mass of S into 8, that is 256 grams. So in 256 grams of S8, there will be this many same number of molecules. What again? Molecules. But every molecule has got 8 atoms. So the total number of atoms will be 8 into this many. So 256 grams of sulfur will have this many atoms. 8 times the molecules. Now look at molar mass of HCl. It is mass of S plus mass of Cl. 1 plus 35.5, that is 36.5. So 36.5 gram of HCl. If you take the unit in grams, you will have 6.022 to 10 to 23 molecules of HCl. So this number is called 1 mole. Now we'll see a few numericals to understand in detail. Calculate the number of moles for 52 gram of helium. What do you have to calculate? How many moles? So 1 mole is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23, we know, but you don't have to find the number of atoms or molecules. You have to find in moles. So first we have to find how many moles in 52 gram of helium. How do we write it? Let the number of moles, that is called it small n, the given mass, that is called it m. What is the given mass? 52 gram. So 52 gram is our m. What is the molar mass of helium? Molar mass of helium is 4 gram. That is capital N. Given number of particles is this. That is for the second numerical. N. And Avogadro's number N0 we know is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. Now what we have to first find? How many moles in 52 grams of helium? Now, what is the atomic mass of helium? 4 units. It means in 4 gram there will be 1 mole. 4 gram there will be 1 mole. Then in 52 grams there will be how many moles? So number of moles, the formula is number of moles is the given mass, the mass given to us upon the molar mass. That is the mass of the helium. So given mass is 52 and the molar mass is 4. So 52 upon 4 is 13. So the answer is 13 moles. What is this? 52 gram of helium will have 13 moles of helium atoms. And what are 13 moles? How many there are? 13 moles means 13 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. Now 12.044 into 10 raised to 23 number of helium atoms. Now we are given this many number of helium atoms. We have to find the number of moles from this. So here the number of moles will be what? The given number of particles divided by Avogadro's number. It means if 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 is 1 mole, 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 is 1 mole, and what is given to us? 12.044 into 10 raised to 23 are how many moles? So to find the number of moles, we take the given number of particles, divide by Avogadro's number. So what is given us? Take that and divide. 10 raised to 23 will get cut, and 1s and 2s. 2 is the answer. So this many number of atoms means 2 moles. How many moles? 2 moles. Next numerical, we have to calculate the mass of 0.5. 0 point means half mole. So you have to calculate the mass of half mole of N2 gas. We have to calculate 0.5 again half mole of N atoms. We have to calculate the mass of 3.011 into 23 number of N atoms, and we have to calculate the mass of this many number of N2 molecules. So there are 4 things we need to do here. But first of all, we will know, we have seen before, the mass of nitrogen, one atom of nitrogen is 14 units. I hope you remember. One mass of nitrogen is 14 units. So what is the mass of 0.5 mole? So the atomic mass of nitrogen is 14 units. So 14 gram nitrogen, or let us say 1 mole of nitrogen will weigh 14 gram. But we have to see only 0.5 means half mole. How will half mole weigh? So mass is molar mass into number of moles. So molar mass is, but it is said what? N2. So 14 is the atom, the molecule is N2. So 14 2s are 28 is the molecular mass. So molar mass is M, 28, and number of moles is half, 0.5. So 20 to 0.5 will give us 14 grams. So 1 mole of N2 will weigh 28 grams. So half mole of N2 will weigh how much? So 14 grams is the answer. Now we go to the atom. 0.5 of an atom. Atom is how much? 14 units. So atomic mass of N is 14 units. So 1 mole will have 14 grams. Half mole will have how much? So M is equal to M into N. 14 into 0.5, so 7 grams is the answer. Now we have to find the mass of this much, 3.011. So first we find the number. In 3.011 into 10 is to 23, how many moles are there? So given number is 3.01 into 10 is to 23 upon Avogadro's number, cut, so half mole. So we have got half of N, half mole of N. Now we saw the mass of the material given to us is molar mass into number. So molar mass we know of nitrogen is 14 and the mole is half, 0.5. So multiply and you get 7 grams. And here we have to find the mass of this many number of N2 molecules. So again the number of the molecules is how much? Given number of particles upon Avogadro's number is N upon N0, and mass is what? M into N, but N is N upon N0. So directly molar mass, now molecular mass is 28. This to get cut, we get 28 gram is the mass of this many number of N2 molecules. Okay, the next numerical we have the same type. You can go through it. Calculate the mass of 46 grams of sodium, 8 grams of O2, and 0.1 mole of carbon. So what is the so this time we have to calculate the number of particles. Number of particles. Now you know Na has got atomic mass 23 units. So 23 grams will have 1 mole. 46 grams will have how much? Calculate how many moles. So number of atoms is given by which formula? Given mass upon molar mass into Avogadro's number will be directly given. So here I was telling you what? 23 units is the atomic mass of sodium. So 23 grams sodium will have 1 mole. 46 grams sodium will have 2 moles. But in 1 mole there are 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. So in 2 mole there will be how much? So multiply by 2. So 6 2s are 12. 12.044 into 10 raised to 23 atoms in 2 moles. So 46 gram of sodium will have this many number of atoms. Same way, how many particles or how many atoms in 8 gram of O2 molecules? Okay, so you are given 8 gram. Now we know oxygen. The atomic mass is 16 units. So 16 gram will have 1 mole. So 8 grams will have half of it, 16 is half, so it will have half mole. Now 1 mole has got how many particles? 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So half mole will have how much? Half of this. It will have, oh, it is shown O2 molecule. Sorry, my mistake. It is shown O2 molecules. This is the atom, oxygen. O2 will have 32 grams. So 32 grams will give us 1 mole of O2. So 8 will give us 1/4. So what you have to do? 8 upon 32 into this. So that is 1 upon 4, and dividing we get this many number of particles in 8 grams of O2. Yes? Then 0.1 mole of carbon atoms. Now what is the atomic mass of carbon? Carbon is 12U. So 1 mole will have 12 grams. But it is given 0.1 mole. So 0.1 mole will have how much? So 0.1 mole is directly given. So this time we don't have to find anything. 0.1 mole directly given. So 0.1. Now 1 mole is this much. So 0.1 mole will be 6.022 into 10 raised to 22. So remember, when you convert the unit into grams, then the number of particles, whether they are atoms or molecules or ions, will be the same number, 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So here we are ending this chapter. One last look at what we have done in the chapter. We saw the law of chemical combination, that is law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion. Dalton's atomic theory proves and shows the law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion. And we saw what are atoms, atomic mass, the existence of atom, the smallest particle having the properties of the element. Then we saw the ions, simple ions like Na plus, Cl minus, and compound ions like OH minus, SO4 minus. These are compound ions having charges. And the molecules, the type of molecules are homoatomic molecules like O2, Cl2, H2, Na, and heteroatomic molecules like HCl, NaCl, and so on. Then we learned the molecular mass, the mass of the molecule, how to calculate from the atomic mass, the formulate unit mass, and the atomicity or the valency. So this is the combined chapter. We are done with this chapter. Kindly revise and do the numericals. The numericals can be asked in the exam. So we are going to end here. Thank you.